What is going on, all you beautiful people? Thanks for joining me for yet another video. My cat Tito is joining us for this one. I've asked him to leave and he just doesn't want to, so therefore he's going to stay in the video. You'll see him popping in and out of frame from time to time. But this video is not about Tito, it's about this knife right here. This is the Clydesdale by Mark P of New Breed EDC. I believe his Instagram handle is loot.10.tex. I am very impressed with this knife. This is a $150 Kubi OEM'd knife, and I've never handled anything by Kubi, and I am extremely pleased with how smooth and just awesome this knife is. For $115, I don't think there's many options out there for a full TI, hollow ground, ridiculously smooth front flipper multiple deployment knife. So we're going to get into some specs on this and why I think you should probably check it out. So let's just dive straight into it. So on the Clydesdale, we are looking at an overall length of 7.6 inches. We got a blade length of 3.3 inches and a blade material of 14C28N. For blade style, we're looking at a modified Warncliffe with a hollow grind. The OEM is Kubi, and like I've mentioned before, I am incredibly pleased with how nice this knife performs. So first things first that I noticed on the Clydesdale is how funky this blade is. Like this cutout here and all of this going on here, that is just really interesting, and it caught my eye because you just don't see that on a lot of production knives. I think it's a really cool kind of flair, a really cool touch, and it definitely makes it extremely distinct. The hollow ground blade is extremely slicey. I can't put it through its paces because this is not mine to own, but it is very sharp. Now, something that also caught me by surprise is just how smooth the deployment is. I mean, this thing is like a guillotine when it drops down. If you don't move your fingers, you will for sure lose a finger. But the action is just incredibly smooth. You have multiple deployment methods like a middle finger flick, and my favorite of all time, a front flipper. Yeah, I like that. I like that there's enough room here to get clearance on that front flipper, and it just makes it incredibly easy to use. Got a little bit of jimping on there as well if you want to choke up. There's no forward finger troll, which is something that I really enjoy in my knives. But honestly, you do get a really nice grip on this body. You got a little bit of curvature that just feels really nice in the hands. Something that I do enjoy about this knife is that there seems to be some internal milling, but it doesn't make the knife incredibly light. I feel like that's one of those things that we kind of balance when it comes to price points, right? Like if you see a lower price point, you kind of identify things to feel cheaper. With this, it does not feel cheap at all. The milling doesn't make it any lighter, in my opinion. It still has some really nice weight to it, which I just really enjoy. It does make it feel like a premium knife for $115. I also like the fact that Mark went ahead and gave you the option to swap clips, showing the lefties some love, so that's really cool. And you have really great access to that liner lock, which is always a massive plus. I am just very thoroughly pleased with this knife. And there are a couple of things that will change that I'm going to have to go grab that piece of paper because a few things will change and I want to be sure to really nail those down for you guys. So this is just a prototype. The changes for production is a filler tab added, jimping extended up the spine, jimping wraps over the top of the front flipper, which is good. I love that. Sharp corner at lock bar knocked down. I'm not really sure what sharp corner we're talking about here, but I guess I could feel it right here at the bottom, but honestly, I've never even noticed that. And then the size of the sharpening choil is going to be increased, which is nice. So maybe you could choke up on that when the production models hit. So these haven't hit production yet because there is a pre-order going on. Like I said, you can pick it up for $115. I'll make sure to link the website and Mark's Instagram handle so you guys can check it out. Once the pre-order amount is fulfilled, these will go into production. So if you really do enjoy the style of this knife, if you love the aesthetics as much as I have been, definitely jump on and pre-order one because you won't be disappointed. Kubi knocked it out of the park. I've never owned a Kubi knife, a Kubi OEM'd knife, and this has really impressed me. So I'm actually really looking forward to checking out more of their stuff. And that is it, guys. Let me know what you think down below of the Clydesdale. Is this a knife that you would rock? And if you're interested, again, all the links will be down in the description so you guys can pick one up, pre-order one, and support Mark on his first production knife, I believe. So thank you guys so much for tuning in. Hope you guys enjoyed this style of video because there will definitely be more on the way.